And here we are at the shoot-off stadium field for the 12-gauge main championship. Shooting off the 12-gauge main championship, the 250s, the second round, and here we go. We're already over at Station 5 with shooters like Mike Schmidt, Stuart McCoyne, C.W. Parks, Kevin Monteleone, Robert Eucanalis, who was just inducted into the NSSA Hall of Fame night before last. Craig Lakey, your 12, 28 gauge and HOA mini world champion. There were a total of 38 250 strikes today. And the crowd is settling in for what they hope to be a long and tough 12-gauge shoot-off. Let's take a look at some of the crowd and see who's in there. Well, let's just at random. And this is the only shooter in there that I'm not sure who it is. The unknown shooter. Let's see if we can get a close-up of him.
So Robert, how you doing this year, buddy?
Well, I'm doing pretty good.
What?
Pretty good world shoot.
What year?
Not where I want to be, like about 30 yards that way, but you know.
We're talking about the 2004 World Shoot here.
You know, I think we just lost a shooter. C.W. Parks just missed, and is the one behind him did too. And who was that? Monteleone. Oh, C.W. Parks and Kevin Monteleone go out on Station 5. Oh, a terrible thing to happen to someone. And now we're down to, that means we're down to 5 shooters in the 12-gauge championship. It's only the second round. We're down to 5 shooters out of the 38 250s that were shot.
One of them being the last year's current world champion, Mr. Mike Schmidt.
Is that right?
Yes, sir. Last year's world champ, Mr. Mike Schmidt. Look on that book right down there.
Okay.
And
What did Mark Valancourt win last year? Isn't Mark Valancourt the defending 12-gauge champion?
walk about 4 or 5 steps down. Look at that book.
Well, that book may be a misprint, because I was here last year, and I'm here to tell you that Mark Valancourt won the 12-gauge last year.
I'm talking about the HOA.
Oh, the HOA. Yes, oh, Mike Schmidt, defending HOA champion,
Yes.
correct. That is correct.
The man.
but the defending 12 gauge champion did break the 250 today, but didn't make it through the first box.
Right. Robert, I saw you out there in the mini. You look great.
Guest commentator Myron Gee now has the camera. And Myron, how are you shooting at the World Shoot this year?
Shot very respectable in the mini and missed about a covey in the World so far.
Well, then we know what we say. There's 3 events left, buddy.
You'll see me out there tomorrow. Keep the recorder going.
Okay, Myron. Oh, an update. Mike Schmidt just missed the low 4, and there he goes. He's out. Defending HOA champion. Stuart McCoy, the new and the old. The young and the Bob Euchenellis, former 12 gauge world champion, multiple world champion. I don't believe Stuart has won a world championship title as well. Of course not, he's so young.
I think twice.
Yes. Now, Myron, the question of the day is this gentleman right here. We don't know who he is. Do we know who this is? Larry Sewell?
Seward, I think.
Oh, Larry Seward. Oh my God, Larry Seward. He shoots a 682 gold with the over and under. I know Larry Seward. That is Larry Seward. From where?
So he carves.
Decoy carver, Larry Seward. There he is, one of the last 4 shooters in the 12 gauge championship. All right. Billy.
Didn't make it. Got to throw it overhand.
Oh, thank you, Billy. Oh, tonight, look, it looks like tonight is...
You got to get further away.
Let's see, tonight, what are we having? We're having Tootsie Rolls. Tootsie Rolls tonight. Woohoo! Stuart McCoy, 4th place in the 12 gauge, just missed on station 4. We're down to 3. Yes, Billy Ray.
Has Larry Seward, has he ever won anything, did you know of?
Not that I know of. He was in the building in my building the other day. I met him. I don't know. No.
No championships before. Huh?
Oh, no, world title. I don't even know if he's won, anything. I mean, I'm sure he has, but where's Larry from? Where's Larry from, crowd? I don't know.
Anybody know?
We got some information on Larry down here, but... Shoots with Chad Everett? Okay, so he's over on the East Coast. Now, Billy, we have one 20 gauge shooter versus 2 12 gauge shooters. You know, a 20 gauge shooter has never won the World 12 gauge main championship before, and your one hope, which is a pretty damn good one, is Craig Lakey. The left-handed 20 gauge English shooting Craig Lakey. Of course, the dark horse, Larry Seward, he doesn't care about any of these guys. He's just out there shooting his targets, isn't he? Look at that, hammering
Shooting them well, too.
Boy, he really is. Billy, you really missed your color commentary this year. I'm glad you just had a minute to come up and give us a little of your time.
It's been a great shoot so far. We've had Craig Parsons winning his first ever championship in the doubles, but it looks like it's turning into a Craig Lakey, Mike Schmidt,
more like the Craig Lakey show, sir. He's
exactly.
a 12 and 28 gauge world champion, the HOA mini world champion, the doubles champion, and did you know that Craig Lakey was also your East champion?
Absolutely.
And he's at least 3rd place. He's down to 3 in the main 12 gauge championship.
Exactly.
Get the broom out, Billy.
I'm telling you, it could be a sweeper. He may be the new Wayne Mays. You never can tell. Thank goodness he lives overseas.
Yeah, let's make sure he doesn't get a green card.
That's right. Yes, sir.
If a 20 gauge gun wins it, you need it.
Oh, yes, you do. Also, well, it's too late now, but Jim Humphrey really needed to be recognized for being the oldest man to break a 400.
I said.
No, you didn't.
Well, I just said, you're never too old to break.
That's what you said. That's right.
2 20s and a 12.
Larry Larry Stewart splits the second one in half, but that's good enough to continue to the next station. All right, we're back for round number 4 of the 12-gauge championship, down to the 3 shooters. England's Craig Lakey.
Stewart.
Larry Stewart, he's from the East Coast. That's our information on him anyway. And Pennsylvania's Bob Buchanelis. Yes, Larry Stewart, what a story. Larry Stewart, what a story. He came out of nowhere. He was nothing. He was a caddy at the local club. Suddenly he's in for the championship. Let's watch Larry Stiles shooting this pair from 5. He's shooting appears to be a Beretta 391 with a weight on the end. Oh no, we got the shot. He missed a low 5. Larry Stewart, probably your bronze medalist. What a great performance. If Buchanelis hits these, Larry Stewart is on the podium as your bronze medalist. Oh my God, it's over. Craig Lakey wins. Lakey wins again. 20 gauge wins. A 20 gauge wins. 20 gauge wins. 20 gauge wins. 20 gauge wins.
With the 20 gauge and win the 12 gauge event, Mr. Craig Lakey.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Keep your head on and start getting racing.
You and me again, buddy. Yeah.
Okay, so our continues, Larry and
Okay, Craig, what are you going to do now?
So let's settle down just a minute.
Concentrate on the West now.
Woohoo! Stewart. Oh, Rick Collin and Joe Ellen are sitting right above Johnny Rags. And they're sitting next to Glenn and Drake. Let's go out to the action on the field, Cliff, and see what's happening on the shoot-off field. Ronnie Hurlert, let's get a close-up of the short. Very nice, very nice. Rusty Hyde, still in
shake his little butt. Shake your butt. You didn't shake his butt. Oh, you're gonna miss. I mean, you're gonna miss. I'm telling you.
He does not miss.
Yes, he didn't do that little butt shuffle he likes to do.
Butt shuffle.
Mike Schmidt.
He still has time to butt shuffle.
And we'll be back after this commercial message. Mike Schmidt, a valiant effort. He just misses. And the next to the last pair of the second round in the 20 gauge championship shoot-off. Oh, and right behind him. Holly Paul misses right behind him. Oh, and the field is narrowing down. I guess we'll stay live. We'll stay live with this championship.
Did
We
Ronnie
will
do the
indeed.
butt shuffle?
Ronnie.
He's still in there, you know.
Cliff, okay. Now,
The butt shuffle.
Cliff, what do you think? Who's your
Who's your
what's your
horse
call, Cliff? And what do you think about this shoot-off? Are there anything? Oh, that's a dead bird. That's a dead bird. No.
No,
Dead
he
bird
hit the
off
front end of it.
No. It was close, but
It's
dead
hard
bird
to
off the
say.
front.
It's going to be.
There's a lost target, and there it goes, and there it goes. John Herkowitz from Pacific something or other. There he goes. Lakey splits one, the first target I've seen him split all week. Down to 3. There is your podium of Hurlbert, Giambrone Jr., and Lakey. That's going to be the shooters on the podium. Let's see if we can get Ronnie's targets in this shot.
Oh, Ronnie's asshole's tightening up.
Ronnie, no problem.
He doesn't think about anything.
Yeah, he does.
He has no mind.
He won't let Robin watch him in the shoot-offs because she's bad luck.
Okay, I'm dying here. Who's got water? Whose water is that?
Mine.
We're live on the air. Live in San Antonio at the General Ken Fletcher Shoot-Off Stadium Field. Here we are in the shoot-off booth with Randy Penwell, Mary
Thank you,
DiGiovanni, and Cliff Moeller. Randy, you've been awfully quiet during this shoot-off. We need some expert analysis from a former 12-gauge world champion, sir.
That would be you.
What would they be thinking right now? Randy?
They're thinking they're on the podium. They're on the podium. There's 3 left.
It's true. There you are. But
And this man right here is so nervous you couldn't begin to describe how nervous he is.
well, we'll try to describe it.
This man right here is like a cucumber.
Like a cucumber.
He done, all he's
There it is. The end of the second
buying his
round.
time.
All right, fellas. We're
Just wearing them out.
We're going to break at the end of the second round. Be back after this short announcement. Okay, here we are. How about Paul Giambro? Oh, we have nobody out there has won a world championship title before this year. Of course, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Lakey won the doubles a couple years ago. Right. And so Giambro and Hurlburt attempting to win their first world championship title. Will Lakey take it away from him and rip from the Americans' grasp? He'll do it. He'll do it.
Rip from the
He'll do it with a tip of the teacup and a biscuit in his hand. And as the Englishman tries to reverse the outcome of the Revolutionary War, they go to Station 5. Jim Brown hits that pair, almost walks off the station. Stay on the station, Big Paul. Lakey, the left-hander, trying to win his like 6th title of the weekend. And Ronnie Hurlburt, he's paid his dues. He's due. He needs a world championship title. What do you think about that, Cliff?
I agree.
I agree. Is that the all the word?
Well, yes, we would love him to do this.
Okay. What's that? Okay, you're calling it. Mary DiGiovanni's calling it right here.
Stock will go up 38%.
You're moving a little too much, Mary DiGiovanni. The camera.
I was wrong.
Okay, let's see if we can get Craig's and targets in here. And Ronnie. A 20 gauge championship. By the way, they're all shooting 20 gauges out there.
Well, duh.
Hey, we want to know. Okay, let's go with the equipment they're using. Big Paul shooting Kohler and Kohler. Craig Lakey shooting K80 and Briley, and Ron Hurlburt shooting Perazzi and Briley. So there is two sets of Briley tubes and one set of Kohler tubes out there, Cliff.
Yeah. So, Cliff, so
2 to
who are you
1.
rooting for?
Well, I don't know. It's a tough decision.
All right, they moved to 4. They moved to 4. Okay. Any clear Station 4? Lakey, the left-hander. Let's get a good shot up here.
How old is he?
Lakey is a young man.
Yeah, early 20s.
He's a young man, and here's a man more than twice his age trying to rip away another world title from Craig Lakey. Can they do it? Very few people have been successful so far trying to beat Lakey. Big John, your referee. Big John from Texas, your referee.
The official shoot-off referee.
And they move to 4. We'll be back in a second. And there's the end of the 3rd box. Here we are back at the beginning of the 4th round of the 20 gauge World Championships 2004, down to 3 shooters. We've talked a little bit about equipment, Cliff, Bubba, and Mary. Let's talk a little bit about ammunition. All 3 of these shooters shoot Remington ammunition? I believe that's correct.
I think that last guy might be a federal man.
The last guy?
The last guy may be a...
Yeah, that's Big Paul Giambrone, who Randy is speaking of. Federal for Big Paul, we think. And
Definitely Remington for Lakey. I saw him
Remington
hit the
for Ronnie, no doubt. Okay, let's see if I can get a close-up shot of his ammo.
He's saving the holes.
Well, I'll try.
Well, then it won't be federal.
Well, I save holes, Mary. Oops, he went right to the pouch very quickly. Not a chance to see if they're illegal reloads or what.
And why do you save your hulls, Mr. Paxton?
Because
For 30-some years you didn't save your hulls, and all of a sudden this year there's been a change in that routine.
That's because somebody fooled him into thinking he could become a millionaire off of selling them on eBay.
Oh, Ronnie, this is a high five. Oh no, is a good chance for his world championship title flushed. I'm so sorry, Ron. Ron, a very deserving champion of the bronze medalist.
Paul's gonna miss here.
Here we go,
Call
Paul.
it tonight.
So it's down to 2. Lakey is going for his next championship. Listen to the English go crazy if Lakey. You will hear the English fans here, all 45 of them, howl if Lakey wins again. Big Paul. No, he's after his first world championship title. His son has quite a few. He has none. Will he succeed tonight in the shoot-off stadium field? Yes, it's October 14th, 2004, the 20-gauge championships of the 2004 World Skeet Shooting Championships. And so, Cliff, it is actually down to Kohler versus Briley. Here we go, a classic battle. And it's still tied up. The shooters are still tied, and they're locked up in battle. English against the U.S. It's a Ryder Cup match, I would say. Oh, I think he hit that one very hard. Oh, what a fine shooter he is. Oh, yes, and a complete contrast. If you were to listen to both of those shooters talk, you would hear vastly contrasting accents. One being, of course, the English, and then you have the Cajun South Louisiana accent. Oh, I don't even think they could understand each other. What do you think, Cliff?
I think it's two different languages.
The low five gets away. The low five gets away from Craig Lakey. And, Big Paul Giambrone on the cusp of winning his first world championship. Hey, watch out. Oh, here he is. Big Paul. Let's see if we can get the targets. Oh, and it's a no bird on the high bird. No bird. Oh, how much pressure is there here? How much? My color men are laughing. Here we go. Big Paul Giambrone for the championship. And he gets it. He is the 20-gauge world champion with Lakey runner-up.
World champion, Mr. Paul Giambrone Jr.
Haven't said too long.
It's dinner time.
Are in the stadium field on the 28-gauge championships. One round has been shot, and yes, yours truly almost made it through the first round, but not quite. And so we're going to sit here and film the 28-gauge championships of the world. As you can see, the stadium field is filling up. The English are sitting over on the left. You'll hear them scream if Craig Lakey does something big tonight, which is always a possibility. And here is your field that made it through the first round of the 28-gauge shoot-off. It includes such notables as former world champions Todd Bender, Gabby Hulgan, let's see, of course, Craig Lakey, LP Giambrone, Bob Buchanalis, and a few others.
Everything's okay.
Mr. Bender. Let's see who made it through. That's LP Giambrone. That's Dave Galot from Mississippi. We have a couple in here that I don't know, and that's one of them. Anyway, going back through the field, Gabby Holgan, Chuck Isaacs, there's the Englishman, Stuart McCoy, Harry Prophet, and Bob Buchanan. Be back in a minute. There's the engraver Gerhard Reich, the famous German engraver Gerhard Reich, and Matt the Krieghoff pensmith. There they are. In the stadium field during the 28 gauge championship shootout. There's Mike Stewart. Let's see who else we can pick out of the crowd. Oh, there's Mike Schmidt from Texas, who placed high last night in the 20 gauge.
Sixth
Place in the 20 gauge. Here, my color man, Myron D.
That's right. I was counting him. He's my bud.
And Myron, what do you think about the shoot-off? And give me your thoughts on today's action in the stadium field.
Craig Lakey is winning everything. I like the guy, but I like to see somebody else do well.
This man, he says what the other people think, okay? That's what I like about Myron. Okay, also in the booth with us today, Cynthia Bender. Where is Cynthia? Oh, there she is. And there are my two color people, Cynthia and Myron. All right. All right. And back to the action. Eric Klump. Oh, one of my favorites. One of my favorite people in the world. Klump. K-L-U-M-P. Or is it double P? Might be double P.
You know, with Todd Bender's wife here in the booth, I guess I need to say I want Todd Bender to win.
Oh, I just said I liked Eric as a person. Okay, let's run through these again. Now you have, so what's wrong out there? Stuart McCoy is having some kind of problem. Harry Prophet, who placed very high. As a matter of fact, he was runner-up in the 12-gauge mini world last year. This year, he placed high in, and I've seen him in the stadium field this week, Myron, haven't I?
Mm-hmm. You know, Harry saw off yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday he was in the stadium field. Harry, he likes that stadium field. Harry is searching after his first World Shoot title. He hacks that high five, didn't he just hack it?
Barely hit it.
Bob Buchanan, who, of course, multiple 5 or 6 world titles for Bob.
This year, entry into the NSSA Hall of Fame.
Very true, very true. The Hall of Famer, the new Hall of Famer, that really didn't slow him down at all, did it? The first guy is, I think his name is Gustavo Choa or some such.
So happy to be here.
He is from, isn't he from South America? Do you know?
Oh, then he's taking Todd's clinic on.
Wait a minute. Hasn't everybody taken Todd's clinics, Cynthia? Look, we're getting to the commercial. We're getting to the commercial break in a minute. Wait a minute. Dead and lost, LP, gone.
Whose dad won last night?
Yes, one title for them family years and.
I'm glad that his dad won last night.
Yeah.
Take it away from the England crowd.
Very true, very true. Yeah, the Englishman finished second last night, yes.
Craig Lakey.
It's Craig, and here is Ben Haig. We're looking in New Zealand. Benny Haig. Let's see. That's just shooting. Let's see who else we can find in the crowd. There's Bubba. Yes, and let's see. Oh, here's another Bubba. There's the other Bubba. There he is, Randy Penwell.
Had a wonderful recruiting machine.
Oh yes, did you try that, Cindy? See who else we can find in the crowd. Oh, there's somebody you'll recognize. Cliff Moeller and Ron Hurlbert and Craig Parsons.
Craig Lakey.
Wait. Craig Lakey just out. Oh, incredible. Craig is not on the podium tonight. What an incredible feat. Craig Lakey obviously weakening